losing my goddamn mind because the sheer level of disrespect people show Little Mac by mentioning him in the same breath as that walking disaster Ippo Makunuchi is a fucking crime against humanity. Let's talk about goddamn facts and feats because some of you clearly didn't graduate from the School of Hard Knocks. Little Mac is a 5'7", 107-pound miracle of nature who is out here fighting actual literal monsters. Ippo is over there crying because some guy with a long reach hit him in the nose, while Little Mac is stepping into the ring with Mr. Sandman, a man who canonically punched a fucking brick building until it collapsed into a pile of rubble. Mac took a hook from that guy and didn't die. He didn't even blink. That's not just boxing, that's some straight up Avengers level durability. If Ippo took one punch from Sandman, they'd be scraping his remains off the canvas with a goddamn spatula. And let's talk about speed, you absolute morons! Little Mac has the fastest fucking reflexes in the history of fiction. He can dodge literal magical teleportation from Great Tiger. He can react to Piston Hondo, who moves his hands at the speed of a goddamn bullet train. Little Mac is out here moving so fast he leaves after images, while Ippo is stuck doing his little side-to-side Dempsey roll like a broken windshield wiper. It's embarrassing. Little Mac is a fucking lightning bolt. And don't even get me started on the Donkey Kong feat. Mac fought a giant 800-pound gorilla who can punch a goddamn moon out of its orbit and he won. He knocked out a jungle god with a right hook. Ippo would be a light snack for Donkey Kong, but Mac turned him into a fucking rug. That is a feat of strength that defies every law of physics in the Marvel Universe and the Naruto world combined. I am glazing Mac because he is the fucking sun, and we are all just tiny, pathetic planets orbiting his greatness. He is the king. He is the apex. I would literally sell my own house just to buy a used towel that Little Mac used to wipe his forehead. He's a god. And look, I'm not disrespecting the real legends here. Itachi Uchiha is still the drippiest, most brilliant shinobi to ever breathe. The man Susanoo is an absolute masterpiece of defense, and he's a tactical genius who deserves a goddamn throne. And the Marvel heroes? Captain America has the heart of a lion, and Thor could crack the earth in half. These guys are elite, high-tier, world-class icons. They belong on the mountaintop with Mac, but Ippo is the dirt under Mac's shoes. Ippo is a stuttering, gearless Big Mara joke who can't even finish a fight without getting permanent brain damage. Mac is a pristine, untouchable, star-punching machine. If Little Mac went to the Hidden Leaf Village, he wouldn't need a Sharingan because his eyes already see everything in slow motion. He wouldn't need a Susanoo because his goddamn chin is made of vibranium. I want a new Punch-Out! Game right now, where Mac just travels through the multiverse, gets a fist bump from Itachi, a nod of respect from Thor, and then spends 30 minutes absolutely obliterating Ippo until there's nothing left but a pair of torn boxing trunks. It's Mac's world. He's stronger, he's faster, he's tougher, and he's 1,000 times more badass than that mop-headed scrub from Japan. Give me the game. Give me the glory. If you think Ippo has a snowball's chance in hell against the king of the Bronx, you are huffing the most toxic industrial-grade bullshit ever conceived. I'm done! I'm out! All hail Little Mac, the god of the ring! Would you like me to calculate the exact PSI of a Little Mac Star Punch to prove it would literally liquefy Ippo's entire skeleton? Barnaby was a sentient sourdough starter with a gambling debt and a passion for structural engineering. He lived inside a discarded tuba in the middle of a Denny's parking lot, surviving exclusively on stolen Wi-Fi and the sheer audacity of his own existence. One Tuesday, which was actually a Friday according to the local pigeons, Barnaby decided to sue the concept of gravity for emotional negligence. Listen here, you absolute fucking walnut, Barnaby screamed at a passing cloud. I didn't spend 3 years in mime college just to be held down by the Earth's shitty invisible hands. This is goddamn horse shit. Suddenly, a massive neon purple ostrich wearing a tuxedo and flip-flops materialized from a nearby puddle of Gatorade. The ostrich, whose name was Kevin, but he went by the Grand Archduke of Arbase, looked Barnaby dead in the eye, or at least where a glob of doe's eye would be. The vibes are rancid, Barnaby. Kevin whispered, his voice sounding like a chainsaw falling down a flight of stairs. The fucking moon is made of recycled AOR batteries, and you're here yelling at the air like a total dickhead. Eat my fucking shorts, Kevin! Barnaby bubbled aggressively. I have a subpoena for Sir Isaac Newton's ghost, and I'm gonna shove it so far up the space-time continuum that he'll be tasting shit in the 14th century. Just then, the sky cracked open and started raining lukewarm ham sandwiches. A parade of invisible unicycles rolled past, playing a heavy metal cover of the Price is Right theme song. Barnaby realized he had forgotten to pay his taxes to the Intergalactic Council of Toasters. Panicking, he grabbed a nearby brick, whispered a secret recipe for gluten-free lasagna into it, and yeeted it into the stratosphere. "That'll show those motherfucking appliances," he muttered, right before he spontaneously turned into a 1998 Honda Civic and drove directly into the sun.